What is up YouTube? Today, I've got a video for all new Delta Force players out there that want to get into Havoc Warfare. If you're just starting out, I've got the perfect loadout and tips to help you get the most out of your experience. First up, let's talk about the best beginner character / operator, the medic class, also known as Stinger. Stinger is the best choice for new players because no matter what happens, you'll always be providing value to your team. You can drop medical crates to heal your team, and you can also revive teammates to keep everyone in the fight longer, and you will get points for it. This is especially helpful when you're learning the ropes, as it gives you a way to support your team and make a really big impact in every match, even if you're still getting comfortable with the game. Now let's look at the loadouts here. For your secondary, I highly recommend the G18. This automatic pistol is a fantastic backup weapon, especially in close quarters combat. If you run out of ammo in your primary weapon, the G18's fast fire rate will take care of them for you. For your gadget here, I highly recommend that you switch from the ammo crate to the med crate. This is an AoE heal, so if your team stands in that radius, they will heal and you will get points for it. But now with the operator, the secondary, and the gear figured out, let's talk about your primary, the AKS-74. This weapon is an incredible choice for beginners because it's easy to control and extremely versatile. The low recoil makes it super easy to stay on target even during longer firefights, so you won't struggle to land your shots. This alone gives you a big advantage as you get used to the game. The AKS-74 also has excellent handling, making its aim down sight time super fast and responsive. You'll be able to snap onto targets quickly, which is crucial when you're facing fast-paced firefights in Havoc Warfare. And it doesn't matter whether you're engaging at close or medium range, this weapon has that flexibility. And here's the real kicker. While the AKS-74 is a great beginner weapon, it's also one of the best guns in the games for players of any skill level. Even people who have been playing the game for a while like me use it sometimes because it's low recoil and really good handling. But now, most importantly, let's take a look at how you would progress the AKS-74 as you level it up. This is a base AKS-74 with absolutely nothing on it, but you will note that at level 1, we already have a couple of attachments here. So because of that, let's look at the muzzle first. At level 1, we already have the AK Practical Compensator, so let's put that on. Then on the foregrip, let's put on the Practical Vertical Foregrip. We also have access at level 1 to a 30-round magazine, which is what we want to put on. At level 1, we also have the Stable Rear Grip, so let's put that on. On the stock, we can switch that out for the AK Polymer stock, which then allows us to put on a stock pad, and we will be putting on the AK Stock Recoil stock pad. It's the only one. And lastly, we do get a sight out of the level 1 attachments, so let's put on the Reflex sight. I do think this one looks the best. Now this right here is a really good level 1 weapon already, but of course, we're gonna make this much better. First, at level 4, we get the XRO Quick Response sight. I do recommend putting this on now because this is gonna be the same sight that you will use all the way at the end at the best build possible on this thing. So if you get used to this sight now, it'll be much better for the future. Next, at level 7, we unlock the AK Heavy Grip, which is part of the rear grip here. We want to put this on, and then we change out the grip mount for the Balanced Grip Base. This will give us +1 on every stat, which is very nice to have at an early level. And now you will use this weapon up until level 16, where we unlock the RK0 Foregrip, or RKO, however you say it. Although it doesn't look like it improves anything, if we look at the details and you look at the control here, you can see how much better this recoil is already. So let's put that on. Then at level 18, we get the lasers, and I do like putting them on the right side. So let's put on the red laser light combo. This will help your handling, your accuracy, and you can even aim with it. Just make sure to keep it on during the game because it will make your aim down sight time better by about 50 milliseconds. The next level after that, we actually get a really good rear grip, which is at level 19. We get the Scorpio Rear Grip. We're actually going to keep this on forever. Then at level 24, we get the Polymer 30-round magazine. This helps our handling, which in turn helps our ADS speed. So let's put that on. At level 29, we get the Poseidon Flash Hider. This is a really good flash hider because it increases our stability, which helps out with the flinch, at the cost of accuracy, which is not really what you're going for on a weapon like this. Accuracy is just a hip fire. Then at level 32, you make the handling even better using this fast mag here. At level 38, we start getting a little funky here with unlocking the Hydro Riser. This increases our handling by 4, which is very nice. You do have to replace the optic, but now after we install it, we can just put the optic right back on top of that. This is going to give us a boost in handling that we didn't have before, and it will allow us to put on other attachments that decrease our handling at no cost. Now, just for aesthetics, I do really like taking this off of the right rail and then putting it back on top of the gun itself on this riser here, because I just think it looks a lot better. Then at level 40 we get the Bastion horizontal compensator. This will make it ever so slightly harder to control the vertical recoil, but it'll make it so much easier to control the horizontal recoil that it is absolutely worth it. That is because horizontal recoil is a lot harder to compensate for than vertical. Then at level 45 we can finally change out our barrel, and we want to put on the practical long barrel combo. This will actually give us a couple more slots that we will be using in the future. 10 levels later we actually want to change out this optic from the riser optic slot to the microsight riser, and then on the riser optic here we put the same optic back on for the extra handling. 1 level later we can finally change out our stock and put on the PT1 Spec Ops stock. This helps our control and our handling by quite a lot here. Now this is an almost fully maxed out weapon here, and you will see how much better this thing becomes. It's already a monster, imagine it now. Then at level 60 we get the advanced combat stock. It does decrease our control a little bit and our handling by just a little bit, but the stability increase is definitely worth it because of the flinch. And then at level 70 we make up for that lost control by putting on the Ranger handguards on every single patch that you can put this on. That would be on the right patch, on the left patch, and on the upper rail. Ranger handguard in every single one of those. It gives you +1 per handguard that you put that on. And last but not least, one of the most important attachments, but you just happen to get it at level 76, is the 45 round extended magazine. This will make it a lot easier to have very long fights. Now I can't forget about the calibration, so let's get to it. First, the barrel. The weight limit goes all the way up to the max. This helps your firing stability, which will help get rid of some of that horizontal deviation as you shoot, and the length all the way to the minimum so that you can have a little bit more ADS speed. The foregrip, we want to change the placement all the way to the max so that you can get extra control at the cost of ADS speed, but because we changed that earlier, this doesn't really affect you as much. The thickness you also want to increase all the way up for moving stability so that your optic doesn't move as much as you are moving yourself. Then on the rear grip, we want to change the weight limit all the way to the max so that you can have 6% extra control, so that this is so much easier to control now, and the thickness all the way to the max also, so that you can have +16% moving stability again. Lastly, for the stock calibration, you want to change the placement all the way to the max here so that you can have more aiming stability while breathing, which is any time that you're aiming down your sights and not holding your breath, and the placement all the way up also so that you can have more firing stability, which helps with the movement of the optic when you're firing and your flinch. And now we have a complete AKS-74 here. This thing is absolutely a monster. I will be leaving the share code for this final attachment combination in the description so that you can just import it if that's your thing. Finally, I want to say I made this loadout with Shepard as your character, the G18 as your sidearm, and the AKS-74 as your primary weapon to help you succeed in Havoc Warfare from day one. The AKS-74 is an all-rounder, easy to control, quick response time, and flexible at all ranges weapon. So make sure to give it a try and let me know in the comments down below if you've got any improvements or if the video helped you out. Leave a like and I will see you on the next one. Owl out.